Alex Carter tapped furiously on his keyboard, his fingers a blur of motion. Lines of code scrolled up his screen at an alarming rate. He wasn't just coding, he was painting digital masterpieces. By day, Alex was an exemplary student at Harrison University. By night, he became Phantom, a digital phantom haunting the internet. One evening, a message flashed across his screen, its stark simplicity both intriguing and unsettling. It was encrypted, a challenge whispered in code. A thrill shot through Alex. This was a call to arms, a siren song from the unknown. His fingers danced across the keyboard, deciphering the message with ease. The message was short and cryptic, an IP address, a timestamp, and a single sentence. The rabbit hole runs deep, Phantom. Are you ready to fall? A mischievous grin spread across Alex's face. The thrill of the unknown, the allure of the forbidden, it was a siren song he couldn't resist. This was his element, his domain. This was where Phantom thrived. The IP address led Alex to a server, its defenses formidable but not impenetrable. He could sense the intricate layers of security protocols, a digital fortress designed to keep intruders at bay. But for Phantom, it was merely a puzzle waiting to be solved, a challenge to be savored. He launched a series of probes, mapping the server's defenses, identifying weak points, and exploiting vulnerabilities with surgical precision. Each successful breach was a victory. Each line of code deciphered a step closer to the heart of the mystery. The server fought back, of course, digital antibodies rushing to counter his intrusion. Malicious packets of data hurtled towards him, attempting to derail his progress, but Alex was ready for them. He deflected and redirected, his fingers flying across the keyboard, countering each attack with elegant solutions. Hours melted away like snowflakes on warm asphalt. The lines between the physical and digital blurred as Alex lost himself in the task at hand. He could feel the hum of the server room in his bones, the digital tension crackling in the air around him. Just when his eyes began to burn and his fingers ached, he broke through the final layer of security. He found himself staring at a single file, its name encrypted, its purpose unknown. With a deep breath, he initiated the decryption sequence. The file unfurled, revealing its secrets slowly, tantalizingly. It was a dossier, a collection of documents, images, and financial records. And at the heart of it all, the name Virtue Corp. Virtue Corp, the tech giant, the darling of Wall Street, the innovator, the disruptor. But the documents painted a different picture, a darker truth. Corruption, espionage, illegal data harvesting. Virtue Corp was a wolf in sheep's clothing, preying on the trust of its users. A cold fury ignited within Alex. This was not just a game anymore, this was real, this was important. He had stumbled upon something much bigger than himself. As he delved deeper, a new message appeared on his screen, this time unencrypted. "We've been watching you, Phantom. You have something we need. Meet us if you're interested in learning more." The message included coordinates for a secluded location in the city. Trust no one, they say. But something about the message resonated with Alex, a shared sense of purpose, a call to action. He left his dorm room, the cool night air a stark contrast to the stifling tension that had gripped him for hours. The coordinates led him to an abandoned warehouse district, the air thick with the smell of rain and decay. Inside a dilapidated warehouse, two figures awaited him, their faces shrouded in the shadows. "Phantom," one of the figures spoke, his voice a gravelly whisper. "We are the Shadow Syndicate. We fight for those who can't fight for themselves. We expose the truth that corporations like Virtue Corp try to bury." The Shadow Syndicate. Alex had heard whispers of their exploits in the deepest corners of the dark web, their legend shrouded in mystery and speculation. They were digital ghosts, fighting for justice in a world drowning in data, and they had chosen him. "We need your help, Phantom," the other figure said, stepping forward. Virtue Corp is more dangerous than they appear. They're developing technology that could be used for mass surveillance, for control, for silencing dissent. Alex listened intently, his mind racing. This was it, the opportunity to use his skills for something real, something meaningful. But a part of him hesitated. Joining the syndicate meant stepping through the looking glass, crossing a line he wasn't sure he could come back from. But the evidence he'd seen, the sheer audacity of Virtue Corp's crimes, it fueled his anger, his sense of injustice. "What do you need me to do?" Alex asked, his voice barely above a whisper. The syndicate outlined their plan. They needed Alex to infiltrate Virtue Corp's network, to access their central servers, to retrieve the evidence that would expose them to the world. It was a suicide mission, a near impossible task. But Alex was not one to back down from a challenge, especially not when the stakes were this high. He spent the next few days preparing, studying Virtue Corp's security protocols, identifying weaknesses, and crafting a plan of attack. He knew that this was a one-way ticket. that once he crossed this line, his life would never be the same. But a fire had been lit within him, a sense of purpose that transcended fear. He was Phantom, the digital ghost, and he was ready to wage war.